We're very, very optimistic about where we see this next wave, right? I think that we got up to about 4 trillion in this last bull market. I think we're going to see multiples of that move into crypto. We could get 20, 30, maybe even north of that in terms of total money moving into the ecosystem.
So we have an individual representative from Outer Lands Capital, Art Capital, Rune Digital Assets, Rod On Road, and Lattice. So all institutional players here, all individuals that operate in the institutional landscape. And they say some extremely bullish things as well about allocating to the digital asset ecosystem, how now is the best time to start to consider dollar cost averaging into the space and taking a look at projects and doing research. I have 3 video clips, so let's just go ahead and listen to what these individuals on stage have to say. And this is from the Out East Summit that took place that Canton hosted just a couple of weeks ago. This video was uploaded 2 days ago. It still only has 36 views.
And know the protocols and know which teams are good and where it's going. There's tons of opportunities.
There is. And I mean, I think like this is actually maybe one of the best times ever to start allocating to protocols that are making money, as you said, because there's actually, there's a lack of attention on crypto. And that's reflected in prices. And what you have to understand is the market is forward looking, right? And so all of that depression that you're seeing, like, oh, nobody really cares about crypto. Well, that's kind of in the price right now in many ways. That's why Bitcoin couldn't really get below 60, even despite the fact that Michael Saylor was talking about selling everything. That's why you're seeing altcoins sort of like hang out on their lows, is because there's kind of not that many people left to sell. Something new is going to have to happen to get people to sell out of their positions, whether that's Clarity getting denied and people freaking out about it, although it's only priced at 30% right now on Polymarket anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. I do think that we're seeing green shoots, and now's, it's a time to do deep dives, as you said. It's going to be important to pay attention.
Well, that makes me happier.
So it's going to be important to pay attention. It's going to be important to do deep dives. He said it's going to be important right now to start to consider allocating to crypto projects that are generating revenue, right? And so even though Canton and I think Hype are one of the only 2, networks that are doing that, now would be a personal time, at least in my personal opinion, to start to accumulate assets that even in this market downturn, you can earn yield on. You go look at the Metallicus ecosystem, and on the Metal platform on loan right now, you can earn on XRP, you can earn on XLM, you can earn on H4, you can earn on Litecoin, you can earn on, I don't know if Chainlink, I don't know if you can earn on Link. I don't think so. You can earn on Solana, right? You can earn on Cardano. You can earn on a couple different digital assets. You can earn on Bitcoin, right? All these digital assets have the potential to turn around in the next bull market. You could be earning yield on, compounding that yield, stacking loan or reaccumulating and buying more of the same asset and just refunneling it back into your portfolio while we wait for all of this to happen. I know that that's what I'm doing right now. Every single day, I make about $80 to $70 on my Metallicus positions, on all the money that I have over lending out on loan. And I'm just buying loan with it, or I'm buying more of the native asset that I'm already lending out, and I'm just bagging it up. I'm just literally dollar cost averaging it every single day, right? So that was cool to hear. Next video clip, they go on to talk about how right now crypto is offering attractive levels to start to look to allocate towards. So this is the second mention in the same panel where they highlight entering into the digital asset ecosystem.
Market going to recover? Are there catalysts sitting out there, or should we just ignore it for another 6 months and revisit in Q1 27?
I think Clarity's a potential surprise catalyst, and then I think to all of our point, to that point, to Avi, your point earlier, like I think price declines are an opportunity that create upside potential. So I think prices are at attractive levels now. But yeah, I think Clarity, even if it doesn't pass, yes, I do think there's maybe a short-term price adjustment. But I think some of the adoption trends, they may still happen. They might take longer. It's just, are we going to take kind of the fast route through Clarity with kind of, federal blanket coverage of you can go proceed in digital assets, or kind of the harder path, the state-by-state regulations that some of these, regulated financial institutions who want to participate, they'll go that route. It'll just take longer, which may, prices may take longer, and maybe it is 2027. But I think prices reflect a lot of the pessimism out there today.
I think right. So he confirmed that right now digital asset prices are at an attractive level. Now, Aqua, I see you on the call, bro, and this is gonna blow your mind. Do you remember when we talked on the phone? I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. But what did I tell you was gonna be one of the contributing factors that leads to the crypto bull market? Do you remember?
Remind me, bro. I'm forgetting right now.
No, no,
I'm
no.
dead.
It's very important that you, all right, so check it out. Remember we were talking and I said when a certain thing happens, a profit taking event from what? Ha-
Oh, yes, yes, yes. When the stock market starts to pull back and the dollar decreases, yes.
All right, and remember profit taking from equities and the dollar starts to decrease at the same time, and we're going to see a lot of that capital flow back into crypto, bro. This blew my mind. Listen to what this guy says is going to be a catalyst for the next bull market.
I think it's important to remember that markets hate uncertainty more than anything else. And so, as you said, kind of regardless of whether clarity passes or not, I actually think that the end outcome is probably good for the markets. It's this limbo period where people actually don't necessarily know how to proceed that is causing people to wait. And once clarity either passes or doesn't, there's at least a path forward for some things. And so things will start to happen again, which I think is going to be good, sort of regardless either way. And the other thing is that when you look at where liquidity has gone, liquidity has just gone straight into the equity markets. Everyone is trading Korean stocks. Everybody's trading AI, names, semiconductor names. If that cools down, money's going to come back into crypto. If crypto at the same time is coming off of its lows, and so that's something that's really actually a very good setup. Is you just had this massive sell-off in AI, and normally it takes a little bit to digest these types of sell-offs. And so that's actually a pretty good indicator for, hey, maybe liquidity is going to come back into crypto because crypto is on its lows right now.
Bro, it makes so much sense. I feel like so many people in this community have said this before. Think about what they're doing. We are transitioning from TradFi rails to DeFi rails. And look at what's been happening. Crypto's been absolutely distraught, but it's a risk asset, right? We know that it's been distraught. Why? Because liquidity and the backdrop around liquidity being pumped into the system is not there. Liquidity is dried up. Central banks are tightening globally. European Central Bank, Bank of England, Federal Reserve, Bank of Japan. Liquidity is not exuberant right now and expansive. It's tightening. It's draining. We also have Middle East tensions that weigh on risk sentiment, favor safe haven assets in times of uncertainty. We also have treasuries, dollar index higher. We have so many catalysts that take liquidity out of the system, but liquidity is still in the system. Where is it all at right now? It's in stocks. Look at the fucking S&P 500 right now. How many people right now are walking around? When I was out in public the other day, I'm sitting there and I'm like, how many of these people don't even know that the S&P 500 is at levels that it has never ever seen since its creation? Huge bull run. NASDAQ, look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ went to all-time highs this year. Look at the QQQ, look at Dow Jones, all hitting all-time highs. That liquidity is parked in risk assets because it's more solidified with the regulatory backdrop. It's more solidified with the AI trade and the optimism around artificial intelligence and semiconductors. But when profit taking happens from those platforms and from those asset classes, and institutions feel comfortable getting into crypto, y'all, I'm telling you right now, this is all systematic plan. They are going to rotate out of their TradFi positions, and that money is coming into crypto. And when that happens, like think about it. If you guys remember at the beginning of this year, we were seeing headline after headline where NASDAQ was going $1 trillion every other week. I think it went up like, it was crazy. S&P 500 gained like trillions of dollars in the matter of 30 days. It's very possible. And I think that that is coming. When? I don't have a crystal ball, but I can guarantee you in the future, there's going to be a point in time where we see crypto and the market cap in crypto increase 500 billion to $1 trillion in a matter of 60 to maybe 90 days span when things really start to kick off, and it's going to blow people's freaking socks off. So be prepared for that. I know for a fact, if you've been in this community for some time, I've been talking about this event. When we see profit taking from traditional asset classes and institutions are comfortable to rotate into crypto, it's going to be freaking insanity. So do with this information what you see fit, not financial advice. I know with the money that I'm willing to risk and what positions I'm looking at taking right now, while also preserving some capital just in case we do go lower or see another major capitulation event at lower prices. Not financial advice as always. Many blessings to you guys and gals. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little presentation. All of these video clips, mind you, are shared by the research team. So shout out to the CYPRX research team. If you guys come into the crypto education section, you go to crypto specific conferences, the researchers are literally always sharing these gems, probably 20, 30 videos on a daily basis. Sift through them when you have time. They're great to listen to and just support the overall long-term outlook of where the digital asset ecosystem is headed. I look at them constantly. This is all I play. I don't watch like mainstream YouTubers or anything like that. I literally, if I'm on YouTube, probably just watching one of these panels, right? So great information. I think that's all I have for you guys today. I'll leave the floor open if you all want to have an open conversation. And if not, then we'll head into the weekend and then head into the second week of August.